Alright, boom. Wagwan people, or if you prefer, hello, how are you? I hope you're well. It's your boy Kitmanaman, and I am back again with another ruined or not ruined. This is the third episode of Ruined or Not Ruined, and due to the relative success of the video, I thought I would continue to do these because there is an infinite supply of football shirts that get submitted to the Ruined Football Shirts Twitter page. So before I get into this video fully, I'm going to need you guys to just hit that like, share and subscribe button, turn on the bell notification, because that just lets you know when I upload a video, so then you know you can watch this absolutely astounding, outstanding, amazing content that is brought to you for free, may I add, on YouTube. So for those of you that have seen episodes of this before, basically what I do, I go to Ruined Football Shirts on Twitter, I go on their page and I see what shirts have been submitted as quote unquote ruined, and I decide whether they deserve to be on this page or not, just for a bit of fun, a bit of banter, and just to actually highlight some of the ridiculous and quite funny and or quirky things that people put on the back of their football shirts. This first one is this one. So it's this gentleman, he is in a supermarket and he has the number 7 and it says Ole out. So I'm assuming he's a Manchester United fan, and of time of recording this is the day after Ole has actually been sacked from Manchester United. His reign was interesting. The whole Ole at the wheel thing. The whole Ole at the wheel thing was a huge meme. And I suppose this guy has got his wish. I suppose. I don't know how I feel about putting Ole out on the back of a shirt. It's number 7 as well, which is a bit strange when Ole actually wore, I think, 20 for Manchester United. Bit immature. And just, I'm not too sure why he's done it. But whatever, it's your own money. Do as you please. But this one is firmly going into ruin. Next. Alright, so this next one is a Wolverhampton Wanderers home shirt from, I'm guessing, around the early to mid 2000s, judging by the old Doritos sponsor, which I think is quite a nice shirt beyond what this person has put on the back. And he has written, I remember Wolves 7, West Bromwich Albion 0, or WBA West Bromwich Albion 0. So this one is a Midlands rivalry between Wolves and West Bromwich Albion, and this geezer has decided to put the famous 7-0 scoreline, which I'm assuming is Wolves' best performance against West Bromwich Albion. So I done some slight digging, and this result was from 1963, which was the year that my mum may or may not have been born. Sorry for baiting up your age, mum. Sorry. But look, mum, I'm on the telly. Well, YouTube. But hey, anyway. This shirt's quite iconic. The sponsor's quite iconic. And I genuinely believe that he has absolutely ruined this shirt by putting this scoreline on it. Because, alright, I understand that there will be some Wolverhampton Wanderers supporters who remember that day. I can imagine beating any team 7-0 would be quite a memorable scoreline, but you don't need to put it on the back of a shirt that's like 40 odd years later. No one cares, mate. Ruined. So next up we have this, And usually on ruined football shirts, shirts that are a combination of several different football shirts tend to be universally viewed as ruined, because most of the time they are, especially when they're of two rival teams that are playing against each other or whatever. And I remember I featured one, I think on my first episode, I think even on the second episode I featured one, and they both ended up in the ruin category. But I did make the caveat that sometimes if it is for a player that has played for these specific clubs, then maybe it's not so ruined and it's seen as a tribute. And this time we have Giovanni van Bronckhorst, and this shirt is made up of a Feyenoord shirt, an Arsenal shirt, a Rangers shirt, and a Barcelona shirt. And apologies if I've missed any of the other shirts that are made up of it. And if I'm right in believing, all of these shirts were actually made by Nike as well, which makes me believe that possibly it was actually made by Nike themselves. Was Giovanni van Bronckhorst an absolute legend? Not for Arsenal, I can say that much. I think he only actually played a season or two in between Arsenal losing Gervinho and getting Ashley Cole, or Ashley Cole developing into an absolute snake. But I am going to say that this one isn't ruined, because I think this one ticks the boxes and the criteria for it being for a special purpose, for a special reason, for arguably a special player. So yeah, this one is not ruined. Next. So next we have this one. And this one is featuring a somewhat famous person, or an influencer, internet celebrity, someone that I have followed for quite a few years and who has an insane football shirt collection. I've watched quite a lot of his YouTube content and just content that he does. I've actually met this guy on more than one occasion. So it's David Vjanic, aka Vuj, aka one half of Poet and Vuj. And for those who have spent any time in the internet, have probably come across him and will probably be aware that he is Serbian. He was born in Serbia, and he is a huge Serbia fan. And there is a football player called Mitrovic. He plays for Fulham, and he follows the career of Mitrovic quite a lot. And he is wearing a Portugal shirt with Mitrovic 90 on the back. And this is paying homage to the last minute spectacular, well, it wasn't so much spectacular, but absolute scenes as Serbia beat Portugal 2-1, seal Serbia's status in the World Cup in Qatar at the expense of Portugal, who now have to go through a qualifying round. I can't remember who they have to play, but this is big Portugal, who supposed to be one of the best teams in the world, and Serbia beat them. On whether this shirt is ruined or not, normally I even said at the beginning of this video that shirts that are of a particular game, where people have printed something of a particular game on the back of it, generally tend to be ruined.
can imagine beating any team 7-0 would be quite a memorable scoreline, but you don't need to put it on the back of a shirt.
But this one, I'm more inclined to say that it's not ruined, because that game and Serbia going to the World Cup finals is huge. And knowing what Vuj is like as well as a personality, this is absolutely hilarious. I mean, it's actually a piss take when I think about it, because he could have got a Serbia shirt and printed that on it as well. But actually, do you know what? Nah, it's a ruined football shirt. But for personal sentimental value, it's not. But my official verdict is that Vuj, sorry geezer, you ruined it. Finally, we have this one. I'm not entirely sure what team it is, but it looks like the UK. The sky looks very grey. And someone has decided to put the word COVID and the number 19 underneath it. I've actually seen quite a few of these since we came out of lockdown and people were allowed to go back to football towards the end of 2020. And my initial reaction is that, all right, so let me just say this now. COVID-19 is not a joke. It's not funny. A lot of people have lost their lives. And big up to all the key workers and everyone that's put their life in danger to look after us and keep us safe. And rest in peace to all of those that have lost their lives, and stay strong to all the people that have lost people to this crazy, crazy pandemic, the likes of which that, I mean, we'll be talking about this for the next 100 years, maybe even beyond that. And kind of for that same reason that it was a huge world event, I'm not actually too mad at someone putting COVID-19 on the back of their shirt, because 2020 / the COVID-19 pandemic into 2021 is, it's like, I don't know what to say. It's not a ruined shirt. Because when that person looks back on it in 15, 20, 25 years time, it'll be like, wow, it was that season, that COVID-19 season. So yeah, for that reason, it's not ruined. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been your boy Kitmanaman. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on the bell notification. Go and check out Ruined Football Shirts on Twitter. Follow all of my socials. Links will be below. And yeah, man. I've been Kitmanaman. Peace.